and welcome to another edition of Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. Thank you for joining us on the program. I'm Anne Nwawadu. Today, we speak with the President and CEO of Erisco Foods Limited, Dr. Eric Odinaka Umuofia, on the manufacturing activities of the organization and its contribution to the nation's economy. Once again, welcome to Kaleidoscope. Let's begin with a short introduction of Erisco Foods Limited, a Nigerian brand that has grown to become a household name in food production, rising above the challenges in the manufacturing sector right here in Nigeria. Erisco Foods Limited is an indigenous manufacturing company which is a subsidiary of Erisco Bunpet Group that was formed 40 years ago. The subsidiary was registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission on February the 24th, 2004 as Erisco Foods Processing Limited and started manufacturing operations in 2010, producing various food items, including brands of tomato paste in sachet form and tins, with an installed production capacity of 450,000 metric tons per annum, making it one of the largest producers of tomato paste in Nigeria and Africa, with a staff strength of over 2,000. Erisco Foods Limited has added to its innovative products as the first company in Nigeria to produce fresh tomato as sauce in a tin. Known for its high-quality food products, the company signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Defense Research and Development Bureau on December 4, 2018, with joint production and supply of meals ready to eat to the Armed Forces of Nigeria. Erisco Foods Limited has received numerous awards from various organizations in Nigeria, as well as recognition for being able to give back to society. The market zones and warehouses for its products are all over the country and are helping to meet up with market demand, which has continued to grow over the years. The company's distribution channels involve the use of major distributors who resell to wholesalers and then to retailers. Erisco Foods Limited is determined to make a difference in the manufacturing sector, promoting indigenous production and made in Nigeria goods, thereby adding value to the country's economy. Our discussion with the President and CEO of Erisco Foods Limited, Dr. Eric Odinaka Umuofia, reveals the giant strides made so far, the smiles and faces of people who have benefited directly or indirectly, and of course plans for the future. A journey that began almost 2 decades ago has grown to be one of the super brands right here in Nigeria. What's been the driving force and what has led you this far? Are you happy with the achievements so far?
Yes, well, I'm very, very happy. I thank God, give God the glory, number one, for helping us right from Sokoto in Bungudu Road in the 80s to grown to Erisco Bunpet and now Erisco Foods as part of the Bunpet family. And our achievement so far is big, huge. We are happy, but we are not satisfied yet, because all we have achieved so far is yet to be counted according to our plans. We have huge plan for this nation as indigenous manufacturer, but the system of the Nigerian economy, rather than encouraging us, is frustrating us. Same time, we're happy because Nigerian people themselves, they have known that this is their own. So their patronage is what is brought us so far. And we thank them, we salute them. However, it's not about Erisco only. We're in Nigeria to make a statement that an indigenous man like us can actually have a big setup that's supposed to be international companies beyond Nigeria. because our system recognizes foreign international companies to be multinational in Nigeria, but they are marching on their own to be local national. So that is why we are not happy. And the implication is huge on our people. Lack of jobs, lack of confidence, lack of progress on our economy. And we are thinking that we are doing well when we are marching on low-hanging fruits. And that's why we, as Erisco Foods, with about more than 1,000 people employed, still striving for the sake of our own people. People we employ, everything employing, and the families, by extension, our employment extending to. It makes us to be too happy. But at the end, until, and of course, our system changes to support their own.
We often talk about promoting indigenous manufacturing in Nigeria. Do you think the stakeholders involved in encouraging local production are doing enough to provide the needed support?
Right now, there's no how you can get what you don't plant. I warned this many years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, that Nigerian government and system need to support our own. But our economic planners, they don't do inclusive economy when we don't think of manufacturing as number one basis in the whole world is real sector and manufacturing. For years, we continue to do the same thing since 60 years, and it's not working because the system does not recognize manufacturing, and because we are not a manufacturing nation, it's difficult to do the paradigm change. Manufacturing can never be read in school. And what they can read is economy. And secondly, manufacturing is by gift and interest. And every manufacturer you see that is genuine, that defends his own people, money is not of interest to him much. But we need money to advance our businesses, to extend help to more people. Not like a medical doctor want to be a billionaire. He's joking. The passion is pushing us to be in manufacturing. If not for passion, you will see us, people like me again. We have been in this business for long, and we've been doing what is right as a digital manufacturer. Erisco Food never imported any food product into this country. Why? None of them gives us what we can eat and be healthy. Only few can do that. Like one of that said in 2015 that all tomatoes imported into Nigeria, as 91.1% of them are substandard. But guess what? Go to market now, see many of them. Every day they start business, making sure we don't produce. And like system wants us out of the way so they can take over. And government is leaving we and the local manufacturers and the imported ones and the smugglers to be fighting. When in the recent, only NAFDA can put the number of fake products in the system, they go and impose on other people fake numbers. Some people have done that to me. Who do you complain to? And NAFDA will say it's safeguarding us. I agree, it's safeguarding us in some areas. What of many areas that is food that can kill systematically without even notice? But Nigerian, whatever you leave for them to continue to see, they will buy. Without knowing they are buying their debt gradually. So that's why we made up our mind to invest on food, not because food have most of the profit on this earth. No. In Angola, I have a big money there, and almost selling my factory there, Query. They pleaded with me to come to Nigeria. Let Professor Kwiri, so rest in peace. That everything is sanitized. Even though this one there, I can't tell you it's not doing well some areas, but major area that is important is sanitized food. And it's low-hanging fruit for everybody. If you go to market and check all the foreign products and announce them they are not allowed to, they have been banned. Why are they still in the Nigerian market? Can you try it in China or America? They will jail you. Only in Nigeria, everything goes. Upon that, if not because of investment, overseas that is supporting us here, we have closed down. They are surprised. I don't have support from Central Bank for more than 4 years or any other institution in this country. And we are still producing. By the grace of God, our advert is running. CNN is running, joined today. So I'm happy for that because I love my country. And I'm angry and crying in my heart that how can we have opportunity common tomato that we should be producing and exporting everywhere in the world. We are still importing it. We allow it to be imported. See tomato, see peanut, see cashew nut, see cocoa. We are still exporting it raw, and we are proud. They are getting export of the. What must we be so? We should produce those things here, easy for us to do. We are not doing that. And every day we hear the economy is doing well. I want to see, but I thank God we are still doing well because money is not my driving force. And it's gone to a border now that I can fold out anytime and go to the country that make more money. I just here because of my customers, my people that have confidence in us. Simple.
So talking about customers and people who have confidence in you, it means that you've done a lot already to put smiles on people's faces. Share some of those experiences you have.
We've done a lot. First, customers having confidence in us, not only blind by not checking. Like we have all the big churches, schools in this country, schools, universities, they have tested our product and confirmed we have #1 grade. And they're happy to eat our, and we're happy we are making people to live better.
How about in CSR?
We have done a lot. We can't even count them, but unless we go through the list. Like during the NSAS, the procession in my town, Amish, was burned totally to the ground. We rehabilitated it fully, we equipped it, and bought the vehicles, they damaged. And we thank God, today they are operating, and the IGP acknowledged it and thanked us. Also, with medical outreach, we gather some doctors to help our people to see to their medical needs. And that is as a group. But individually, we keep responding in almost every week issue. Where do I start? In the first place, I'll build 2 churches and build 2 mosques. And because I believe in good people, humanity, not religion. In my own town, over 100 people have gone to university on my expenses. Some of them are bankers now, lawyers, a lot of them. And recently, in my own village, Ebanata in Amish, Neusad. Mind you, Amish is where the Civil War ended. There in my village, checking the hardship of people, we made money and said, what do we do with this money after that? So we decided to, every man in my village today is having my 1 million naira to do business. Every woman, 500,000. The entire village. So it's not a small project. While you are coming, you see a lady that is by our reception. She actually used service copper that had accident and no money to pay for that. I paid the hospital bill, do everything, gave her a hand, and employed her for over 5 years now. She's been taking good salary. And a lot of them that we've been doing build houses for people, and we support our people to grow. I want them to grow. So our sales, even in Lagos here, every good shop we see in our factory that is very brilliant, but because he has no money, cannot continue education, we pick them and send them to school. Even recently in Ogudu, we are tying a load there now in Lagos here. So we thank God that CRA never finished, and we are happy that we are doing our own best. But upon the #1 CSR is here and running without NEPA for years. I support my own people here. If you like, go and inquire about how our payment is. We try to do our best. So thank God, and we will continue. We are proud that God is using us to do those things, because it's not by our own making, but from God. Continue to do our best when the system allows us.
So some years back, you talked about Nigeria having a comparative advantage over China in production of tomatoes. A few years down the line, do you think that Nigeria is making good use of that advantage?
Thank you. The opportunity is still there, but not yet used. We still have good arable land to do, and but the processing is not being supported. I've been saying it time and time again. If you don't support processing, manufacturing in agriculture, all what you do is just waste of time, because by the time a farmer farm this year and harvested without selling, making profit. Next year, you run away. But when there is processing and manufacturing, which means just like China and other countries, they have to create the processing of it first before they support farmers to join, to avoid discouraging them and makes the economy to move forward. If they manufacture, farm this year and harvest and probably make profit, next year you increase on his farm advantage land and farm more. But here is discouraging. So it's now dicey. Sometimes by choice, trial and error. It cannot work. And we have opportunity to serve all African countries of them, even export to China and America, because our own labor is cheaper than their own. Just small mechanism to add to it, small advantage, we go. But we don't care, we don't think it's possible. Every year we continue saying tomato is wasting. What have we been doing? Both the federal, state, and local government, we are not doing enough.
We're not done just yet. We have more for you when we return on Kaleidoscope. Stay with us. Welcome back. We still have the president and the CEO of Erisco Foods Limited, Eric Odinaka Umeofia, discussing the challenges in the manufacturing sector in Nigeria and possible solutions.
We are operating in Angola. I made my money in Angola. They support their own people. They're now with the foreigners. So one must their own separate. They come and deceive us. We never, no person ever asks. All these people that come and invest here, some of them invest in free zone. All the people there is their own people they are bringing in. And by the time they want to take our money, they take it in billions. They come and bring small money and take it back. And they come back. What is that the loan that they're supposed to give indigenous are given to them. What is investment there? I don't understand. Even though I don't go to university like them, I know that if you come with investment, foreign investment is to you to bring money to invest here. It's simple English. I don't need a dictionary to do that. But they only to come and carry money and go to their place, and they are calling them foreign investors. How can we continue? Till when? Until writing is done. So we are just, what do? We just keep hoping that this country will be good. Because one thing, the current president actually needs to move forward. But he can't be everywhere. He can't be in CBN, he can't be in another. It's not possible. So, but we that believe in the good system, believe in him that know that he's a gentleman or a good man, we continue to do our best to see that Nigeria is moving forward. For example, you say you give anybody loan, and the same person you give loan, no foreign exchange to import their own product. No support to the person to pay gradual, and no market. How do I pay you if I cannot produce? And you go after the person and get the person say it's not paying well, it's not paying the bank loan well. How? How can he pay? Because you are government. Before you do anything about any section of business, you check where we are committed so money to these people. These people need to fund, not to go to hell. And that's why about 40% of indigenous factories in this country are not running well, and they cannot run well. Every time, permanently not running well. And this is Nigerian money. You buy machine, maybe machine is costing you $700,000, some small scale people. And the bank give you $200,000. If they don't give you the remaining one, how do you do? The project will automatically close down and shut down. And that's Nigerian money already. In my own case, I escaped them because I have my foreign support. I have accidental investment in China, not because I wish. Government told us to support the manufacturing. I believe them fully and invested heavily. All the money I sank here did not come, 1 naira did not come from Central Bank of Nigeria. No Nigerian money is here. I brought it from Angola before I even bank come and plead with me to take their money to run the company, to the factory. But before then, I did everything from Angola. So by then I supported them fully, continued to do business. I thought that what they say is what they do. Then I paid some expansion. I expanded more. We have a lot of innovations. We are the number 1 in the last 30 years in Nigeria. Nobody has ever done in tomato. I was number 1 to do it. And none of the people that is claiming to do tomato today, they are biggest importers and say it's not possible. I proved them wrong to continue to stick to the business without any imported item. And it's not government policy. Government policy is right. It's the operators in some sectors. Some are doing well. But as much as we are not focusing on manufacturing, we continue to invest where we create jobs for foreign countries as against our Nigerian people. And they don't know what because accountant or consultant can never know what is manufacturing. They go and read it in the paper. They read countries that succeeded. What do they do to succeed? They don't know. People like us are few anywhere that have no interest in big money, but money to continue going. But if the government don't hear us today, the thing will continue in the next 50 years, no improvement. On manufacturing particularly. I'm not saying on other economy, but manufacturing has process. It has to follow there. If you don't convince people that manufacturing is more profitable than importation, they're going to do import. See the latest, this government is introducing now, the latest duty regime, where government allowed tobacco to be paying 40% import duty plus other charges, while medical equipment should be paying 70%. That Nigeria cannot even produce in the next 30 years. They put it 70%. So it means if any person that have cancer, unfortunately, by chance, cannot even be cured here, so die. People that have money will continue going out. Also, this thing this is can lead. This is what makes me to keep my tomatoes going, keeping it to preserve it. And the duty, now, I have to pay 50% plus 7.5%. No, 60% plus 7.5%, 67% to import this one. It's going to translate to 7% extra to my production cost on each product. While in Ghana here is 0% and 5% to come here. The producer come and say it's Ghana. The same African system that they deceive our own people because nobody is there to defend us. Nobody knows what is happening. And this is a major thing that you cannot do tomato without this can lead. Or any other, you're talking of agricultural revolution. How? Without preserving what you have. And the materials is not possible to come by. See what our innovative. This is Nigerian tomato in a sauce. I need to open, give me plate, I open for you to see. Nobody can do this one. We have been producing with fresh tomato when season time. And we are the first. They say it's not possible. Because if you transport from the north to here, when we are doing experimental issue, it will cost you because of my nation, because of my love for my nation. I did it to make the pilot order. When the president's wife come herself to commission it because she was interested to create job for Nigeria. That's her interest to come herself to commission it.
As we continue to hope for better policies to promote diversification in Nigeria from oil, now how would you describe the agribusiness in this country?
Agribusiness is where it's happening to Nigeria and the Nigerian economy because we don't have an alternative. Oil is artificial money. So the fuel is burning out. So the oil money is burning out in Nigeria. What is solid is agriculture. And it is vast. For example, China's need for garlic. China needs for ginger. We cannot meet it. Even for soya beans, we don't even farm corn that we use for industrialization. We don't even have farm enough cassava to support our industries. Those important industries like starch, it's not here. Some of them, the money will cost in China, government of Chinese on their own build these big plants for tomato paste, for starch that is very expensive to run. They first build it and give it over to public to run and even manage it on their side. There are some of them they manage. That's why they succeeded.
So let's talk about your own agribusiness. How do you source for raw materials? Do you make use of local content? And do you work with farmers to get these raw materials? How much have they benefited from your organization?
Honestly speaking, in the real sense of backward integration, I have farmed, but I cannot be able to fund it from my factory to raw materials. So I buy from farmers in the market. For example, government is thinking that, CBN said, you must have backward integration farm before they give you permission to support you. It's wrong anywhere. They don't know what they are talking about. It's not possible. That's why those ones that pretend to do it, they take our money to deceive them to take our money out and still import the product. I don't want to do that. So backward integration we are doing, we have our own farm. We are waiting for money to grow on our own to do it. But for now, we are using fresh tomato to produce, as I'm going to show you today. But my intention is to take this company to stock exchange, and every Nigerian will benefit for it.
All right, so your vision, as you said earlier, is to become one of the leading indigenous brands globally.
Yes.
Take a look at 10 years from now. Where do you see Erisco Foods Limited?
In 10 years' time, we already set today, by the grace of God, we are already on CNN. Our vision is to be in more than one country, to be multinational company in this country. In 10 years' time, Erisco will be a household. Because we have not only tomato we are having. We have other products. We have curry, we have seasoning, we have garri mix. We are forced to do garri mix in Nigeria. A lot of things we are going to give Nigerians. You have to have breakfast, lunch, and the dinner from Erisco. That's what our target.
All right, so what plans do you have in future also for corporate social responsibility, where we have to end this discussion?
That I tell you, the amount we vote is huge, and it gives, in fact, is the driving force for this company. Why do I say so? If you, for now we're about to do Christmas, you come and see how people are going to rejoice. And in future, our target is that we create job in every state, as we are doing now, but we create job and support people to succeed on their own. Everything I do it equal. If you come to this company, we have a good setup of Igbo, Yoruba, so we don't discriminate. It's part of this corporate responsibility we are talking about. Like in my town, we are building a lot of things for my own people. We are trying to do a lot of things for my own people, for beyond my people also. It's driving on. If we don't do it, don't progress. That's where we tire progress. God knows.
Well, they say goodness is the only investment that never fails. So we encourage organizations to invest even more in corporate social responsibility. And that's the program today. Thank you so much for watching. Keep up with our top stories and watch past editions of the program. Go to youtube.com/channelsweb, click on playlist, and then scroll to find various editions. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay safe. I'm Anne Nwawadu.